Felice Tamara, your motivational comedian, as well as the host of the I Am She Show. Well, today I have some amazing talent that I'll be interviewing today, and I would like to thank you all for tuning in to my show today. But before we get started, I would like to cover a topic, and it's about the vaccination. Before I begin this, I would like to say there's no pun to anyone that has taken the vaccine. I personally would like to say that I want to take the vaccine, but I would like to wait to see the cause and effects of what's going to happen a month, like maybe a couple of months later, after the vaccine people have taken it. Personally, I truly believe it hasn't been tested long enough. They pretty much threw it out there pretty quickly, and I am really excited that they're trying to find a way to cure the COVID or prevent us from catching the COVID. But have any of you ever seen I Am Legend, the Will Smith movie? Just letting you know, when they took the cancer vaccine, I think it was 6 months to a year later, they turned into some creepy. So I'm just letting you know, guys, to be prepared for a zombie apocalypse. So Mom, if you take the vaccine and you try to bite me, lights out. But enough of that. My first guest today is James Lett III. He's an actor, writer, director, and entrepreneur from Chicago. Before I bring him out, we will be right back after this commercial break.
This is nice. Man, I'm gonna smoke some good weed up in here.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty spacious. Mm-hmm. I think this will work. I do. I think this will work.
Yeah, we're gonna get our party on up in here. Hey.
Welcome to Rich and Juke. How can I help you today?
I was meeting with Lady Chum.
I am she. Welcome to Rich and Juke. Welcome.
She was just gonna show me the space.
Okay. What hood are you from?
Pardon me?
Who are you representing?
Oh, what town you from, girl?
Oh. Why didn't she just say that? I'm from the north side.
No, you're not hood enough. Nope, I cannot help you.
Not hood enough? What does that have to do with renting a space?
This is Rich and Juke.
Okay.
In Rich and Juke, you have to know how to juke. You have to show me what you got.
What kind of shit?
Curse up in here, I'll put your ass out.
Oh.
I got this. What you need us to do?
I need for you to show me what you got. I need you to drop it like it's hot. I need you to show me that you can do it. I am serious as a heart attack lady. I need you to drop it low. Or you can hit the ground.
I got it. Come on, let's do this.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm sure.
You really can get jiggy with it.
Yeah, I get jiggy with it.
I need you to stand there, and I need you to stand here. It's behind me, social distancing. Now keep up. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm not doing this.
I knew you were not good enough. Get the hell off my property. Get out. Get out.
Well, excuse me, lady, but you are not Chinese. You're blacker than me.
Is that so? So you want to insult my intelligence and my culture? Get your head out.
IMC show. Please welcome James Lett III. Welcome. I'm really, really excited to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me out.
I heard some great things about you. You know, I've been doing my research on
Oh,
you,
yeah?
but we'll definitely get to that. So,
Okay.
before we begin, we all know that you are one of Chicago's actors.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you get started in the business?
About 5 years ago, actually, director George Burton,
Yeah.
he found me on Facebook Live. I was actually promoting rap music, and he wanted me to be the mayor-elect in his movie Prayer. So it never came out, but to get myself ready, I went to Actors Boot Camp, and from Actors Boot Camp, the first job they sent me was over to CineSpace to be a background actor. And once I figured out that I would never be an actor, I'll just be a background actor you might see 3 seconds or so, I started applying myself to other independent movie directors that were having their own productions, and I would take a part and help out.
Okay. So, when did you realize acting was for you?
Really right off the bat. But I didn't, it was a slow process because like I said, I understood that I couldn't be this actor over here, so it was some work I had to do. So I actually whipped out my phone and started making the movie The Bag.
Really?
Yeah, it was a independent, little small movie with me and Jermaine Young and Harold Dennis, a few other actors from the city of Chicago, but that was like 5 years ago, and I was right out of boot camp, and I was trying to figure out how to make a product. I wasn't really an actor, I was still in promotion and marketing, so my whole thought process was, how do we get this film finished to make the product and sell the product? Because the product will sell the character.
Okay.
So I understood that my whole time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more information from James Lett III right after this commercial.
Dad, let me ask you something. Yeah, sure. At the zoo, there's signs that say, do not harm the animals.
Yeah, you can't hurt the animals.
So you can't hurt the llamas.
Right.
You can't hurt the penguins.
Right.
You can't hurt the flamingos.
Mm-hmm.
But at that same zoo, in the cafeteria, they serve chicken tenders. It's like, fuck the chickens. But why? Why fuck the chickens?
Welcome back to the IMC show. I'm your host, Felice, Tamara, and I have my guest, James Lett III. But before we continue the interview, I would like to start with the quote of the day.
Yo, Felice, this your boy Jay, Southeast Side Chicago, keep 100 radio. And my quote of the day is, your strong friends. Make sure you check on your strong friends. Life is short. You never know what's gonna happen. Make sure you be on your day ones. Make sure they good. Alright?
Thank you, Jay, for that amazing quote. So, James,
Yes.
my next question for you is there an artist that you would like to collaborate with as far as being an actor or a director? Anybody that you would love to collaborate with?
You. And as far as a business, I'm saying you are a director. You act good, but you're a director. And you had your film finished and you had it in the theater. And after that, that inspired me to put together the team. And I didn't care how we had to do it, but we got a deal and kind of did this and that, but it was you got to follow somebody. And that was very inspirational.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I really do.
Serious.
All right, so let's talk about Lett Promotions. I've really been doing some research on you and watching that you got some beard growth going on, because you definitely didn't have that when I first met you.
What happened was, how they say, my wife was doing her hair, transitioning from braids and all that, the hair. So it damaged her outer area. What do you call that?
Your edges.
The edges in the kitchen. The kitchen back here. So it damaged her edges, so she was looking for an alternative and just went natural. So she was concocting all these concoctions of oils that she was buying. I didn't know what, I'm like, okay, whatever, go buy your oil. So I saw progress. I saw it all grow back. I saw her hair start gaining length and fullness. Whatever she was telling me, I was like, yeah. So I snuck into some of her personal oil. And I put a little bit on my beard. I'm like, I'm sneaky. So I went back outside and I was like, hey, I had a little shine to my face, so I was trying to show her. She turned around like, you been in my stuff. I was like, yes, I did. So we went back and forth. I was like, if it grew your stuff, it's gonna grow mine. And over time, I just started seeing a difference. My hair was softer. So then I just started washing my face every day. Like I don't, but I do. But I was paying more attention to the beard, warm water, a little oil. Then I did it for bed, and I kept seeing it grow. It was growing in places that I knew I had spots. And then I got a funny kind of hair. We got a little Indian in there somewhere. And basically...
Everybody got a little Indian in it now.
I'm sure. But it started growing my hair. And I told her, I said, look, it grew yours and it gave me a beard. My family was like, man, where you get this beard from? They know. So I bottled it on up, put a label on it.
What?
I got plenty of it. It's $20 a bottle,
Beard
or 2
grow.
for $35, just like on the block. Nah.
So with this product right here, as you
Yeah.
can see, ladies and gentlemen, he has his own beard growth. Would you say that this will help women that has lost their edges?
Yes.
So you see that? You hear that, ladies
That's
and
less
gentlemen? If you
That's
bald patch it,
Fix it up. I'm
Beard
telling you,
growth,
I
fix it
got,
up.
I got length.
so thank you so much, James Lett III, for
Yeah.
being a guest on my
Thank
show.
you for having me.
And it was something that you wanted to present that you said you had, or something?
What's your favorite color?
Black.
For having me, these beautiful bandanas here, the Lett Promotions.
Oh,
We're gonna give you black, but I like to show you the other ones because you might change your mind. But that's what we use them for. Or what I use them for is a mask cover because I got tired of the ugly mask. So I said I'd take my logo and tie it on over my mask.
you
So I
see this,
double
guys?
mask.
It says Lett.
Live entertainment tickets and tours. That's what it initially
Live
stands for.
entertainment tickets
And tours.
and tours.
We did it all. We sold tickets, we went live, we entertained.
So nice. Thank you so much.
And
I
we
really
toured.
appreciate this. Because underneath my wig, I have dreads. And I'm going to wear this.
Yeah, you could just pop the
Thank
top
you.
out. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And I would like for you to let the viewers know how to find you on social media.
Well, you could just drop my name in Google.
What?
James Lett,
Say it.
L-E-T-T,
Say it.
capital I, 3 I's, James Lett III. I'm on Facebook as James Lett III, L-E-T-T the 3rd. Instagram, James Lett Promo 1, L-E-T-T, the word promo, P-R-O-M-O, the number 1 at Instagram. But Google me. All my
You hear
stuff
that?
come
I
out.
say that all the
You can
time.
catch me on IMDb.
People want to know, Google me.
You
They
can
can
drop
just
my name
Google
in
your name.
Amazon and you'll catch a few movies.
And don't forget, guys,
Beard Grow.
Beard Grow by Lett Promotions. Yes, guys, get this. Summer is coming. It's a lot of you out there that's flexing. You know you want to keep it clean, cut, well preserved, shiny, smell good. Lett Promotions, Beard Grow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with my next guest, which is William Jefferson Jr., right after this promotion.
Girl, yes, I had 2 long items. Yes, and I hit 3 strikes. Yes. Hey, Karen. How's everything?
It's a lot better. The rash is gone.
So how about your nightmares?
I told you. He's real. He's real.
Who's real?
The bear. The bear's real. The bear real.
Okay, if you say so, I'll prescribe you some medication for your hallucination.
Dr. Shields, you mean prescribe? And I'm not imagining things. He real. The bear is real. I'm not imagining things. The bear is real. He's real. He's real.
You know what? Okay, so I'll see you in 2 weeks and don't call me. I'll call you.
Do you hear him? He's real. He's real.
That girl must be on that shit. Next. Tracy! So, what did we talk about last?
Can't help that. You gotta smell it.
That is so rude, Tracy. That would make people uncomfortable.
Well, they should wash their ass then.
Tracy!
Okay. Yeah, some apple juice.
Sure, I'll grab you one. Tracy, what's wrong? I got your apple
I'm mad at you, Doc. It make no sense for you to smell like that. You smell horrible. Smell your seat. You smell that.
I'm sorry. It's not me. It's the chair.
You a liar. That's you. That's you smelling like that. I'm leaving. I'm finding me another doctor.
Next!
Welcome back. Before I introduce my next guest, I cannot let the day go by without introducing the cute and cuddly of the week. Zuri Alexander, 1 year old from Chicago. She likes watching Coco Melon and enjoys wearing purses. Without further ado, please welcome William Jefferson Jr. Hello, William. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
That is great. So you are one of the talented actors from Chicago,
I am.
born and raised
Born and raised on the south side.
from Chicago. You
Yes.
hear that south side, but I'm from out west side.
Oh, 290.
Yeah. So, what sparked your interest for acting?
What sparks my interest from acting?
For acting, yeah.
I would say just growing up watching like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, like all the kid shows.
Yeah?
Yes.
So did you ever want to be an actor in one of those?
I did.
Me
I
too.
did. And I
Me
remember
too.
telling my mom that I wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Nah, you don't want to be an actor. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer." You know how moms are. And I was just
Yeah.
like, "No." But she told me that I had to wait till I was 18 because she couldn't find the right resources. Because, you know, there's a lot of scams here in Chicago.
Tell me about it. When I first started out, remember Encore? Was it Encore Talent Chicago? It was Explore Talent. What was the other one?
You got, like all, what is it called?
9-9.
Yeah, 9-9,
Yeah, those are our scams. Listen, guys, we're trying to tell you guys. I have so many people that come to me. They'll be like, "Oh, I got to roll through Empire through 9-9." No, it's a scam. Because if there's anybody out there telling you to pay them for roles, pay them for auditions, it's a scam.
Thank you.
So, what was your first stage performance?
So it's funny because I didn't do any stage performance until like high school. So I didn't have really any theater background. But I did do The Wiz.
Really?
Yes.
I've
I did
always
The
wanted
Wiz.
to do that.
Yeah, I did The Wiz and at Simeon.
Yeah.
And you know, I was afraid to kind of, you know, get into stage too because I thought that you had to sing.
Musical theater.
Musical theater.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah. And it was kind of like hard for me, like growing up. You know, I didn't know about like all these programs and different stuff. So I just waited until I was, you know, 18 to really start.
So, after that being your first stage performance, have you done any theater acting?
No, but I did get accepted into Theater 47 with John Ruffin. You know John Ruffin?
Absolutely.
Yep. So he's doing like some sitcoms now, and he has me on his roster for some plays. But then, you know, COVID happened.
Yeah.
So I auditioned last year. So I'm just waiting for any plays that he has coming up. So
Shout out to you, John Ruffin. I'll
Yes.
definitely be looking forward to interviewing you.
Yes.
That is definitely on my roster. Well, guys, I would also like to show you guys William Jefferson Jr.'s talent as we display his demo reel.
Speak up, nigga. 2.
Stop lying to me. Now you're either gonna tell me your friend's name or tell me his whereabouts, or I can arrest you right now for obstruction and you could spend the rest of the night in the cell. I imagine your employee wouldn't be too happy about that.
Okay, listen. Look, his name's John Davis. He lives on Adler. That's all I know. But you can't let him know I told you this.
Thank you for your cooperation. But if you're lying to me, I will be back. You have a good night, sir.
How long have you been here?
4 months.
It doesn't get any easier, Rachel. You're a good person. And a damn good nurse. But we all have a job to do. And right now, your job is to go in there and tell her. Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
And stay with her. Give her as much time as she needs.
I'll tell her right away.
It was so awesome interviewing you. But before we go, could you please let the viewers know how to find you on social media?
Yeah, so Facebook is William Jefferson Jr. and Instagram and Twitter is Will Something Else. That's at WILLSOMEEELSE, because my people say that I'm something else. So, oh, before I go, I brought you some fun juice.
Oh, I got nothing.
Yes.
Yes, I know this.
Yeah.
Oh, Stella Rosé Blueberry. I've never had this kind.
Me either. So I was like, okay.
Y'all already know what I'm gonna make with this.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. I appreciate it so much. So guys, the next guest coming up is Benjamin Scott, award-winning model and the host of Sneaker Jams when we come back in this program.
We have to address this at some point in time. I said, no, fuck that. We're gonna talk about this right now. I get in the car, I drive home. Here's where it gets crazier. When I get home, she in the kitchen cooking, right? I walk in the house, she said, hey babe, you hungry? Bitch, what the? Oh, wait. I wanna talk about no goddamn food. I wanna talk about why I popped the trunk and you popped out the goddamn trunk like a goddamn jack in the box. The fuck were you doing in the goddamn trunk? With a straight face, she looked at me, she said, I wasn't in no goddamn trunk. bitch, I saw you see me see you in the goddamn trunk. You ain't see me in no goddamn trunk. You must have saw one of them other bitches you be fucking with. Goddamn trunk. Nigga!
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chief Felice Tamara, the host of the I Am She Show. And as I stated before, my next guest is Benjamin Scott, and I would like to welcome Benjamin Scott to the stage.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, Benjamin. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Well, let's begin this by starting off with, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am born on May 6th, 1988. Raised here in Chicago. And I'm an autism ambassador. I've been ambassador since April of 2015. And 6 years in the making. And of course, I'm a multi-talented artist for 10 whole years.
10 years. You hear that, guys? 10 years.
That makes me the GOAT. I'm up there with Michael Jordan.
And as he just stated, he's the GOAT. So Michael Jordan, you have competition, so you watch out. So, Benjamin, who is your inspiration?
My inspiration, it has to be Michael Jackson.
Really? I love him.
I love him too.
I love him so much. I never got a chance to meet him, and that really hurt. But that's awesome. So why is he an inspiration?
Well, because he has been helping out children all over the world who has a disability. And I'm like, you know what? I like to do that too, just like the King of Pop. So I followed him in his footsteps. That's how I became an autism ambassador. You know, I want to share my story out there to people, learn them who I am as an autistic person.
Okay. So being an autism ambassador, can you explain how autism isn't a handicap that people think it is? Because, you know, a lot of people may say that autism is a handicap, but I have family members that have children with autism. I have friends that have children with autism. And I really, truly believe to myself that people with autism are brilliant people.
Absolutely.
They're very smart. And they're very intelligent. And it's a lot of people out there in the public eye that really don't understand. And by the way, guys, April is Autism Month. And that's another reason why I have Benjamin on my show. So could you explain to the viewers that autism is not necessarily a handicap, that you're just as normal as anyone else? Could you please explain that to
I'd
the
be
viewers?
happy to. Autism, you know, it's not only a handicap, it's important to everybody out here, because it doesn't matter if we have autism or any kind of disability, because we are human beings. And we can still make our dreams come true. No doubt about that. You can make a difference, because we can all be independent every day. 100%.
You hear that, guys? That's totally awesome. So, Benjamin, another question I want to ask is, tell me more about you being an award-winning model. So you be out there strutting your stuff, huh? You be hitting the runway?
I do.
You be hitting the runway?
Yep, I sure do. 29 times.
29. So tell me about some of the shows that you've been a part of. What have you modeled in?
Some of the shows I've been part of, like for instance, I was part of Live Out Loud Charity, of course, shout out to Sherry Gerhardt. And of course, I was part of Education Runway Chicago with Gina Norman, shout out to Gina, and my good friend India, who just had a child over the weekend.
Congratulations.
Yep, and I've been working with every designer, and I know how to strut my stuff out there on the runway.
You gotta stretch your stuff.
Absolutely.
We gotta be sure to have you in the circle when we have us a talent show here, because I really plan on having one, like in the near future on one of my shows with some clothing designers, and I just might look you up to have you as one of my male models.
I
Would you
love
like
that. Seriously, I love that.
You would love that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Mr. Sneaker Jams, I see you out there, so tell me more about this project. Tell us more about Sneaker Jams.
Okay, Sneaker Gems is about casual sneakers, casual shoes, dress shoes, and fashion stories. And this idea came to me back in 2017.
Okay.
I had a bag full of sneakers. And I said to myself, what can I do with a bag full of sneakers? So I decided to come up with a new title, to show everybody the sneakers that I've worn throughout my career. I call them sneaker jams, without the S, put in a Z. And it's been on YouTube ever since, you know. I just working on another sneaker jam concept titled Sneaker Jams, Sneaker Rotation, and then I already finished up episode 4, and I'm counting it down to the final episode of this month because even though Autism Awareness Month is just one whole month, but we got to continue the mission.
Absolutely. I truly agree with that. What advice would you give to people with autism to follow their dreams?
I would say, be yourself. Don't let negativity get to you. Staying positive is the only way to win every day because God is looking down on you. Be happy. Be you. Make your dreams come true every day.
That was amazing. That was beautiful. So we'll have more with Benjamin Scott right after this commercial break. We have Benjamin Scott, who has Sneaker Jams as him being the host, as well as an award-winning model, and you also an actor. I just found that out. I really didn't know that you were acting like that. I just thought that you were doing your Sneaker Jams and that you were modeling, so you do have some acting experience. And in the near future, I will be working on a project, and maybe a possibility I can have you in one of my projects.
I love that.
That would be great. So before we close out, could you please let the viewers know how to find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook under Benjamin Scott, Instagram at Benjamin.Scott, also YouTube under Benjamin Scott Sneaker Jams, Jamz, not S, Z. Check it out.
You hear that, guys? Make sure that you subscribe. And one more thing before we close out, could you please give to all the children, all the people out here that have autism, and by you being an autism ambassador, what would your last message be for them?
Stay positive. Be happy. Be well. We're all in this together. Even though we have autism or any kind of disability, we are human beings. We can still make our dreams come true. Remember, you can make a difference because we can all be independent every day. Thank you.
That's a wrap for us, guys. I would like to thank you so much, Benjamin, for being a guest on my show. And before we close out, guys, I have another commercial break, and I'll be right back after.
Hey, I want you to be careful playing outside today.
Okay, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just an inmate escaped from the prison. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, description says he's like 6'2", 200 pounds, bald head, full beard, tattoos on his arms, his chest, and his back. The police are out looking for him now.
Well,
so
if they find him, tell him bring him over.
He sounds like a snack.
All right, guys, I would like to thank you so much for tuning in to the I Am She Show. And once again, make sure that you share, like, and follow my page on Facebook, I Am She Show, as well as Instagram, The I Am She Show. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, The I Am She Show. And also, don't forget, Felice_Tamara J on Instagram. And always remember, guys, what you think, speak, and believe, you manifest.